All right, so let's get to Endymion's drama. I got a 2-minute
Oh, fuck
video
me.
from CG. Asmund Gold covered this. Asmund
Yeah.
Gold covered it. So we're going to watch this. Let me pull this up. So in case you guys don't know, a lot of drama because the dipshit that runs CD Projekt Red wanted to try and say Endymion's video was fake and came out and said, we don't
Can I
do
just
DI.
explain a bit there?
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, I have a source that is intimately connected to uh, CDPR and a bunch of other stuff, and he's told me a lot of things, like not just about this, talking about like Dune Awakening, other stuff. So in one of my videos, I was talking about Assassin's Creed, and I bring up CDPR just as like a throwaway comment, like I don't really know where to put this in the video, so I'll just like explain what I know about CDPR. And I was told that they're basically struggling behind the scenes. That's what I was told, right? And what ended up happening was the CEO basically tried to say that I was lying, and then I got a lot of shit from the usual suspects that hate me, which is fine. So then I went, okay, I'm going to spend my day making a video where I collect everything that proves that he's lying. Is he said that like DEI is not at CD Projekt Red, and I was like, well, that's just a lie straight up. So my post got community noted about it, that he retweeted, the CEO, and then once I released that video, my post suddenly was no longer community noted. So
That's awesome.
people that were calling me a liar were suddenly like,
Huh.
oh shit, actually he's right. And
Huh.
actually right now, I believe people are trying to community note the CEO's post now because he's the one actually lying, not me,
Good. They should.
this entire time.
Yeah, good.
So yeah, I literally took on all of CD Projekt Red, and even their developers tried to attack me. I mean, Savvy kind of showed me a few of them that were trying to denounce me and stuff, and it was a whole bunch of BS pretty much. Um, and I just want to like shout out my source. I'm not going to say their name or anything, but I told them that I would publicly like just thank them because they were so helpful in me making that video and for giving me information. Like this person that I talked to for this shit, dude, they are so fucking awesome. So like just a big shout out to them for like helping me out with everything and like helping me compile the video and the information. Because I remember when this all happened, that source literally DM'd me right away and was like, "Hey, I'm seeing you're getting attacked. Don't worry, I'll get you some dirt." And then within like 5 minutes, they have like all this shit that I've like. I'm like, "Where'd you find this?" Like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, I just have it." I was like, "Okay," and then I started going through it. So like, they're a big reason why we own them. So because this source really wants games to change. So, yeah,
Good.
big shout out to them. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I would love to see his posts get community noted. Did you see? So you should do a video on this. I'm just gonna pull this up real quick. We'll come back. I'm gonna go right back to that video. You should do a video on this, Endymion, and be easy money for you. So PC Gamer pretty much attacked you.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
So
I made a post on Twitter recently where I compiled all the people that made fake these like articles about me that weren't true. So there was Games Radar, Game Ranks, thegamer.com, PC Gamer, and there's like one more that I'm missing. I can't remember right now off the top of my head. But anyway, they all came after me and tried to denounce me and say that I was a liar. And I told them all that they should change their articles because it turns out they were all the ones that were lying and not me. And in my next video, because like tomorrow's Thanksgiving for me, so I won't have a video coming out, but on Monday I'll have a video coming out and I'll talk more about it. But yeah, we literally owned an entire company
yeah,
and all the games industry in one fell swoop. And now they all
it's
look like dumbasses.
it's so
for you.
wild that they call this conspiracy theory when you can literally go to the fucking website and see it all.
Hmm.
It's
And
insane
yeah,
to me how they act.
I still
over
have
this.
people in my comments on Twitter, especially, saying that I'm lying, even after I made the video and showed everything and have
Well, they
and
didn't
like cited
watch
all
it.
the evidence. And
They didn't
and
watch
and
it.
they're like, you're just lying. And I'm like, I'm
They don't
literally,
care about the evidence.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And
No, they
like,
don't.
I'm citing the actual website of the company that you're bootlicking. And then like some people came after me, like Danny O'Dwyer was one that came after me. He used to be a GameSpot journalist, and he called me a ambulance chasing freak that
What?
basically makes up like anything I can for views or whatever. And then I saw Daniel Dwyer and I was like, oh, this is the guy that does the no clip documentary stuff. And then I remembered that he was a raging racist that got exposed a while back, where he had like
Oh
literal
yeah,
tweets.
he has a tweet that he said that he hates black people.
He literally has a
Oh.
tweet where he says,
Yeah.
like, I have no followers yet on Twitter. Okay, then I'll just say I hate black and Muslim people. Like, he just said that.
Was
And it
it
was like,
Muslim
oh,
or
okay.
Mexican?
It was Muslims.
Okay.
And then he has multiple tweets where he literally just drops the N-word, like because he can, I guess. And mind you, he's like the whitest man you ever seen in your life.
But he'll call us racist.
Yeah, exactly. And then he also has tweets where he calls Indian people the P word, like PAKI, which I think is also, I can't really say it on YouTube either. So he said all these things. So I kind of like went directly to him on his post, and I was like, hey Danny, first off, you're an idiot, but also does everyone know that you're also like a raging xenophobic racist as well? And then when he replied to me, he just went right around the fact that he got exposed for being a racist. And then later down in the thread, he's saying stuff like, no clip is only possible because of the generous patrons we have and all this shit. And I'm like, buddy, like, stop. Like, you got exposed for being a racist. Never speak again. And if he does, just if anyone knows, Danny O'Dwyer is a raging racist. And a lot of games journalists have gone on record that they think he's annoying. And they also don't like him. So his own people don't like him. So I thought it was very interesting. He's another bootlicker that tried to denounce us, and it did not work in his favor at all.
All these people hate what's going on because they don't like this shit being exposed. They don't like people
Yeah.
That's
talking
all
about
it is, yeah.
It's backlashing big time. If there's even a whiff of this bullshit, like it will cripple a game.
And that's why they use these words like bigot and phobes and all these things. They use these words so that even when they're wrong, they can still feel like they're in the right.
Yeah.
It's their easy out. That's pretty much how they use it. They don't
Yeah,
really
it's just
think
it's
that
just
way.
like
It's
as
just
soon
their
as the
easy
CEO
way
said
to
that,
point at somebody and say, oh, they're just racist, bigots, conspiracy theorists. It's their way to get the attention off of them and put the attention on someone else, so that way their crowd sees them a certain way, right? That's what they want to paint them a certain way, so that way they see them a certain way, and they'll ignore anything that they have to expose them with. So they'll ignore receipts, they'll ignore it all, because they don't see you as someone who's exposing the truth. They see you as like a conspiracy person.
Well,
It's
I
not
think
really
they
the
do.
truth. It's
I
your
think they,
truth.
I think they do see the receipts, but then because they've got no argument against the receipts, that's they use the bigot, they use the
Yep.
you're a racist, you're a sexist, misogynistic,
Yep.
whatever.
Well, they have to do that because they're protecting their bag.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's watch this video. It's a nice summary of everything.
Oh, yeah,
So basically, CD Projekt Red's CEO, that's this guy right here, he came out and he said this: it seems like we live in times where anyone can record complete nonsense and make a story out of it. DEI-driven recruitment, we hire based on merit and talent alone. Can we stop looking for conspiracy theories and go back to making cool stuff? And so this is in response to an Endymion post here.
In his video, Endymion criticized CD Projekt Red recruitment process, which the CEO now refutes.
He claims that DEI has nothing to do with it, right? Which is like, okay, you can go ahead and take a look at this right here. They have a list of this on their website. There we go.
It's
CD
the biggest,
Projekt Red
boldest
deep
words.
dive approach.
This is the biggest. I've watched this video. This is them. This is a CD Projekt Red. This is their YouTube. And this is a video of them going over how they approach ESG.
Yeah, and the
Approach
CEO's
to
trying to say that I'm the one lying, and I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know how easy it is to disprove you, which is why I did it, because it's just like you just set yourself up to get roundhouse kicked in the neck. But yeah, keep going with the video; it's fine.
ESG. This is uploaded on their official website as well. You can see this is their
I would
logo
like to present our strategic approach to ESG issues in 2021.
and goal. And this shows like what their goals are as a company, right? Action plan to increase the share of women in the workforce, including management positions. So how is it that you can say that you're hiring and you're doing this based off of merit if you literally say that you're doing it based off of identity? I mean, it's just just there, right? Like, I mean, I'm not like trying to come up with a conspiracy or something like this. I feel like it's literally just them saying it. You can't go and say you're hiring based only off of merit when you have internship programs that discriminate against men, and you also have stated goals that are uploaded by the official company YouTube account that explicitly say that you want to hire based off of demographics and identity. They're fucking lying. That's it. And I just find it to be hilarious, this level of gaslighting that's happening. Now, I've said before, is this going to make me stop playing Cyberpunk? No, I thought Cyberpunk was awesome. I played Witcher 3, I loved it. I have no problem separating the art from the artist, but apparently these people have a problem separating lies from the truth.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep. That's 100%.
You know,
like I said,
this-
there was a video from in 2021 or 2, I think it was, from Legacy Killer HD. He also did a video about me today about this as well. I didn't watch it, but I was told by my source who saw it that he was staying neutral on the topic, I guess, because if he came after me, I would have definitely called out Legacy Killer. So probably good on his part not to do that. But he basically made a video like 2 years ago where he stated how CD Projekt lost like 12 directors in 1 year following Cyberpunk. And one of those was the guy that literally directed Witcher 3. Like, that guy's already gone. He has his own studio and stuff. And there's a part of my video where I show a clip from Warhorse Studios. So they're the guys that made Kingdom Come Deliverance. They have a game director named Daniel Vavra. And in that clip, it's in Czech. I misspoke in my video. I said it was Polish. I'm sorry. It's Czech. My bad. I was dealing with a lot of shit yesterday. My bad. But anyway,
it's a little fuck up. Like, who
it's
cares?
a little fuck up. My bad. You can cancel me for that one. Okay, whatever. It's
There's
fine.
people.
But-
You know,
Yeah, she's Czech. It's not
really.
Shut the fuck
Like,
up.
like
Anyway.
it matters on the actual
Yeah, who gives a
message.
fuck? It doesn't matter. So anyway, in
You get the
that
point.
clip, he's talking to like other devs at Warhorse or something, and he says that like, yeah, I was told by people at CD Projekt that I know, because like he would know them, because I was literally told that Warhorse Studios is poaching talent from CD Projekt, which again, they're saying that's not true, but it absolutely is. And then Vavra's like, yeah, I like know people at CD, and they told me that they're switching to Unreal Engine 5, and they don't even like the employees there, in his words, not mine. It's in my video where they literally speak. It's with subtitles, but they speak. And he says like, CD Projekt Red's devs do not know how to make Unreal Engine 5 work for open world games. That's literally what he says in the clip, right? It's like, I didn't say that. I'm not making that up. That's not me, some source, whatever. That is literally Daniel Vavra of Warhorse Studios, Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 and 2 developers, that said that he was told that by devs there. And he's like, well, why didn't they use Red Engine? Because Red Engine was used for Witcher 3, Witcher 2, and Cyberpunk as well. The reason is because a lot of their key talent have left the company. So a lot of the people that understand how to use Red Engine are now gone. So they're switching to Unreal Engine 5, which other people are doing as well. For example, like the Halo Studios 343, they're on Unreal Engine 5 as well, because they don't understand how to use Red Engine, because they don't have enough people that know how to use it anymore. And again, they can say whatever they want. And then the whole thing of like the DI merit nonsense, there's a part on their website. Look it up right now. Anyone who's curious, type in CD Projekt Red Diversity Charter. It is a legally bounding contract that they signed with their government that mandates that they have to hire people based on gender and identity over merit, which goes directly against what the CEO said in his post. They are literally bounded by law to hire people, essentially, that are not white Polish men into leadership roles into CD Projekt Red based on that alone. That one article, like that one thing, the diversity charter, completely shits all over the CEO's argument completely already there. So if you need anything, if anyone ever tells you anything like, oh, whatever, just say, look up the diversity charter. You're wrong. Because that thing disproves everything that they're saying. Just letting you know.
Crazy that
He
they put
wanted to
this on
come out.
themselves.
He wanted to come out and do this because he's scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what this
100%
reminds
scared.
me of? You know what this whole situation reminds me of is when Kevin Smith like came out to Damage Control because of that stupid show. So he gaslit the fuck out of Clownfish TV. You guys remember that?
Yep.
This reminds me a lot of that. So he comes out and he's basically lying. We all know he's lying.
He's doing
It's
more
just-
damage by lying or by
Exactly.
Yeah,
saying
absolutely.
anything at all.
What he has
But he
done
is-
is he has Streisand defected his company now.
Yeah.
That's what he's done.
Well, maybe this is his version of a psyop by fighting with you because he actually hates it. And by bringing attention to it, he's hoping the fans will make it stop. So he's pretending to be on their side, but he's really on your side. That's really giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Honestly, it would not surprise me because I have had devs that have publicly been against like our side that have in DMs been like, hey, by the way, I'm on your side because
they just have to pretend.
Yeah, they have to pretend because if they say anything, they will
No.
like I said,
We live in a world where Kim Belair's run everything. And I mean, they literally talk about it in their. We're gonna watch that next, that TED talk. But it's
that
like,
Kim Belair thing's ridiculous because she's like, we don't shove diversity into games. She said that in the Kotaku article that Mercanti did like in March or whatever. And then in that TED talk, she's like, actually, we actually do shove diversity into games. And it's like, oh, so you're lying as well and gaslighting people. But it's fine.
The crazy thing is that the CEO caught himself in 4K. Like he literally puts out a post that can be shut down and fact checked immediately.
Well, that's why it makes me think that he did it on purpose.
On purpose.
Because he wants out of this. He's just the CEO.
Well,
maybe he got trapped in a bad
maybe
deal.
he's just that fucking stupid.
Yeah, I'm saying that too, but I'm sure that some of these people actually care about the companies that they work for. And I mean, who knows? Because it's like, maybe he is that stupid, or maybe he's doing it on purpose. So that way it will Streisand affect it and hopefully help.
It's just wild to hear because like your CD Projekt Red, you're based in Poland, which is like over 90% overwhelmingly a white population, you know? And then you have these programs where you're like, oh, we only want to sponsor women and we don't want to uplift men. And it's like, my brother in Christ, your entire company exists because of those very white men that you are against. Like go look up the development team. I put it in the video, but look up the development team for Witcher 3. It's overwhelmingly white people. And I'm not trying to say that white people are better at developing games than, you know, any other color of people. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying though is that
based on merit. It's based on
exactly.
merit.
And then they also have another thing that I have in the video as well, where they say, oh, we have this program. I forgot the name of it, but basically what it means is we have a program so that if you are a hire coming to CD Projekt Red from somewhere else in the world and you don't know how to speak Polish, you don't know how to read Polish, we have programs to teach you how to speak and read Polish. And it's like, wouldn't it just be better to just hire people in Poland, who are probably white guys, let's be real, to work at CD Projekt Red that already know how to fluently speak your language and read it because they were born there, instead of wasting your time teaching these diversity hires how to read and spell in your language, because then you're just wasting time. Then you got to reteach them all the programs. Like they won't be able to use Unreal Engine 5 in your, place. They won't be able to even talk to the other employees because they can't speak Polish or read it. Like it's just like you're just wasting time and money for no reason.
But I keep telling you guys, they don't care. They don't care about any of this. They don't. They will bankrupt every company they have to. Like this is not going away. People are tired of hearing me say this, but the tide is not turning. They are going to double down on this. They're going to keep doubling down on this. They are willing to sink any company at this point. Yep. But the message will continue. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they don't care about the money lost. They don't care about the customers lost. They are going to keep doing this.
Well, because they
as
think
I
that
was
they're
told
on the right side of history. They think that eventually they will get to a point where they actually make money. They will find that audience, but they're never going to get there.
Well, they tried.
They don't exist.
Concord wait. Modern audience.
They might get there because what they're doing is, remember, they're programming the kids now in elementary school, preschools, right? They're teaching them, like confusing them with all this gender stuff, right? So eventually those kids are going to be old enough to become their customer base.
That's a long-term.
It's the long game.
It's the long game.
That's a really long game.
But believe me, they're playing it.
Yeah, they are.
They are playing it.
Yeah, I mean, like I was told by a different source, not this one. So the source I first talked to about Assassin's Creed and Yasuke and all that, they told, and this person's again, like you'd be fucking surprised how high up in the food chain they are, but they told me straight up, like, watch out for deceptive marketing in the future. A lot of games are going to be promoting themselves as these very based, non-identity politically driven, whatever games.
but they're not changing anything actually. They're just going to lie to you so that you buy the game, basically. And this is something that they're doing across the board. And we're seeing it right now with Sweet Baby Inc. I mean, like, look at their website. They changed it, right? If you go on their website right now, they say that they only worked on about 30 games.
They've locked their website
they've actually worked on 80 games already. And if you go watch the TED Talk on the XOXO Festival with Kim Belair, she literally says in that video that they have over 200 games that they've worked on that have yet to be announced.
The other big thing, Endymion, is that she said that the studios still want to work. In fact, they're dying to work with them.
Yeah, that's a fucking lie.
Yeah, she could be lying about that part.
I don't know. I mean, to a certain degree, but the thing is that what people need to realize is that human beings have a thing called pattern recognition.
I think people still want to. I think people still want to work with them, but they don't want them in the credits.
No, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying about pattern recognition. They will not put Sweet Baby in the credits anymore, which that is 100% what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like I said about pattern recognition, as human beings, you can recognize things in the world. And when you see the things in the games that remind you of Sweet Baby, it's very likely that they are still a part of it. Even if their name's not there, you can probably still know it. I mean, when you think about it, God of War Ragnarok, when that came out, that was a Sweet Baby game. But back then, that was 2022. So that was when Elden Ring came out. We didn't actually know what Sweet Baby was at the time. We didn't actually know until technically 2023 fall, when like Spider-Man 2, Alan Wake, and that stuff happened. So
really,
everyone that played God of War Ragnarok,
Suicide Squad put them on the map. That's the game that put them on the map, was Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but like with God of War Ragnarok, everyone that played that game, everyone kind of went like, oh, the story's not very good. We don't really like the way Kratos is portrayed. And then, but you didn't know why it was that way. Even when Spider-Man 2 came out, people didn't really know about Sweet Baby yet. And even then, people were like, yeah, this isn't as good as Spider-Man 2018. So even when you didn't know that Sweet Baby existed, your brain, which was showing pattern recognitions, was able to notice that these games, that there's something getting fucked around in these games. And now that you know that it's Sweet Baby, now you know the reason why. But even without knowing, you knew that there's something wrong with it. So when they're trying to say, like, we'll take our names out of the credits, it doesn't matter, because you're going to see games in the future that are going to show the exact same patterns that you've already seen in other games. And then you're easily going to look at it and go, okay, they definitely worked on that game. Like 100% they worked. Like, look at that. They worked on that game. Because again, you have patterns. You will see it. And they'll gaslight you.
Like, if they take their names out of the credits, I feel like the people that work on those games at Sweet Baby are still going to voice that they've worked on those games.
Yeah,
like,
I think
that they're going to want to make sure.
I think their names will show up in the writers' credits. They just won't put Sweet Baby.
And then we should have to cross-reference it. I mean, like, it's just it's across the board. I mean, it's not just Sweet Baby, of course. You know, there's so many companies that are they're just trying to push the new hires, the diversity hires, and all that things. I mean, I remember I made a video about Suicide Squad when that first came out, and you notice that in all the promo trailers for Suicide Squad, they show like these young developers in these trailers, like, you know, this is who made Suicide Squad. We're Rocksteady. And if you take those people's names, okay, and you go on the credits of Arkham City, Knight, and Asylum, and you run their names through the credits, all the people they're showing, they didn't work on the Arkham games. They've only been working.
They're the new improved Rocksteady.
Exactly. And that's another thing you need to realize. They're lying to you. And then when you call them out, they call you a bigot. But nevertheless, they're still lying to you.